AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What's good out there, everybody? You know who it is already. You got your 3 favorite guys from your favorite podcast, the 3-Man Weave podcast, and we are back with a brand new episode 101. Whew, we in deep in it, fellas. But y'all know who it is. It's the host of the most, your favorite guy, Washington football team fan extraordinaire, your guy B. Cannon. With me as always, I got.
Well, you know, you got AJ. I don't know what the hell the Bengals are doing, but I guess they're doing something. So, yeah.
Curtis Samuel just signed.
Where?
What do you think?
Please.
Washington.
What do you think?
Washington.
Please.
Well, while y'all figure that out, I'm gonna let y'all know who it is. It's your boy Hill. He'll go here regardless. You know what the Cowboys gonna do? The same thing that they gonna always do is bargain bin shop and not entertain free agency until before the draft. Y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _ Can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. If you can tell by my tone.
Hey.
That's what. Funny thing. See, no. Before you even speak, 3 years, $34 million. Before you even speak, I'm definitely about to just break man code or whatever. Since day one of free agency, Cannon has been complaining all day about something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And each damn day, they made a significant move. Each damn day. It's like clockwork. The moment he say something, I want to get a move. I want them to make a move. I want them to make a move. Why they ain't making a move?
It's working.
Go get
it's
Sam.
Working.
Go get Curtis, Ron.
Go get Curtis. Do something, Ron.
It's working.
Do something, Ron. Do something, Ron. But my whole thing was, I never understood why you was worried anyway.
Hey, bro.
It ain't been a
long
agency.
time. It's been a long time since we had people who understand the game in charge doing responsible things. So I've been worried.
Whoa,
but it ain't never been no long time since y'all done spent. So
That's
now that
what
y'all got people in charge, you knew y'all was gonna spend, and now you knew that you can really enjoy what y'all spending on.
Yeah, I hope, man. We about to find out.
But I'm saying, it ain't been a free agency in your life that y'all ain't done nothing in free agency.
Yeah, but this is the first time we done been responsible. Well, not the first time.
No,
I will say Jay Gruden was responsible in free agency. I mean, I know y'all didn't like y'all didn't like the Norman move, but I wanted
Norman.
But what I'll stand by is during that era, Norman was one of our best players. Like y'all see, like he got cooked a lot, but a lot of times that he was in position, it was bad safety help and bad defensive design. But and they also didn't play to his strengths. But other than that, the Gruden era and this era is the first time that we've been responsible. Other than that, we just blindly threw money in free agency at washed up people who were old, past their prime, and we always got burnt. So
I wish you would say. I wish you'd been saying that though, because you were sitting there like y'all weren't gonna ever do nothing in free agency. Y'all wasn't doing nothing in free agency, and I'm sitting there like, it was scaring
me because there was moves flying around.
But
there were moves flying around.
So who did you want?
I necessarily didn't want anybody. I just didn't want to see good football players flying off the board and us twiddling our thumbs. Kind of the way that AJ feels. You feel me? And the way that you feel. Like no one wants to feel like that when
AJ,
No.
Hold on.
Trust me. It's different.
I'm about to say AJ feels totally different because they're making moves.
Right, but I have a plan and how I want them to make moves, and they're not doing none of that shit.
And I understood that they weren't gonna make no moves. I understood that it wasn't gonna make no moves till when they make their moves. I just don't. I just wish they would just shift their philosophy just a little bit. I'm not mad at that though.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but I haven't even looked at the numbers for the Samuels moves, but after that,
don't worry about 34 million.
3 years, 34 million. That's
3 years, 30,
yeah,
3
that's
years,
good.
34
That's a good
million.
price. So it's like, yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm happy with the start. You know, they doing what they said they was gonna do. I can't ask for too much more. You know, a lot of people might not like the Fitz move. I like the Fitz move because one, y'all know that me personally, I was sold on Heineke. I just like the fact that he is gonna be willing to. He's gonna be willing to fight. I don't know if he's gonna have the skill that match to it with people having film on him, but I know one thing from watching him. I told y'all I felt like he had that it factor, and I said it before Chase Young. Remember that? Remember? And the next game, Chase Young was like, "Yeah, you feel me? Like it's something about him." But I feel like if Fitz come in there, you know, that's gonna be competitive because Heineke probably feel like, you know, after he got that $8 million, that was gonna be his room. But we'll see. You know, so I like what they're doing. I also like, I like your people's AJ.
Will Jackson?
Yeah, Will Jackson the third.
Yeah,
you know,
I believe that he actually has what it takes to really be a top 1-2 tier corner in the league. He just was getting used wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a press man corner. You playing him off man, and you got him in zone coverage. That's not what he does. It sounds like it's something that's very minuscule. Like, you know, you play football, do your job. No, it is. Playing off man is extremely hard, especially if you are a physical corner. And so, to me, I think if y'all use him right, and knowing Ron and having y'all still got Jack Del Rio as a DC, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't. I have no doubt that he gonna be a dog out there in Washington for y'all. So I like that signing. Once again, I was wrong. I had him going a division foe instead of y'all, but hey, I was wrong.
I don't know why.
Heineke should be
I
the
still
starter.
every day. Never understood that.
Helping them grow at the position. No, to me, whoever's better.
Whoever's better
plays, and the other holds the clipboard. If Heineke is better, and then he should start. And Fish should hold the clipboard. Because guess what? Helping him grow at the QB position, you can learn and grow on the sidelines. So if Fitz comes in and shows that he's better, hey, go on. And what I will say about Fitz is Fitz, he gonna win. He can win in some spurts. I wouldn't want him as my season-long QB, but I think if you bring Fitz in to start the season and see what Heineke can do, you know, later on as the season grows, then I think so. And absolutely, Eric, I definitely think they should draft the QB too, because I don't think that the QB of the future is on the roster.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. Everything you said, AJ. I definitely don't think the QB is on the roster. So let it be open. Let it be open. And the one thing that I do like about Fitz that I have not liked about our quarterbacks in the past is that he is going to go vertical. He is going to go vertical. Y'all know Alex Smith was not vertical at all. Haskins is not vertical. Kirk Cousins started going vertical when he got to Minnesota, but really for us, he was really like a tight end crossing route type of guy.
Because he didn't have the confidence at that time. When you give me a fully guaranteed contract,
I'm
a made man. I'm a dude.
We also didn't have nobody that could stretch it for him.
Right.
So for him to have the confidence, you know. So but you know, Fitz don't care who he got. He throwing a 9 route, bro. So
at It was like, to me, I see Fitz like Andy Dalton in his last year with the Bengals. Like, bro, I'm a dead man walking regardless, so I might as well. You keep having me on these 1-year contracts and bringing these rookies in up under me to, to have me as a bridge quarterback or whatever the case may be. So guess what? What's gonna hurt? If I'm trash, I'm trash. But if I make some splash plays, I'm gonna keep you thinking like, maybe we might could do something here.
Yep.
Nah, you can't say that they don't. Terry McLaurin, he do it all. Terry McLaurin is a bad motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm about to say y'all don't.
Yeah.
And they just signed Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think y'all have vertical receivers. Well, they do now. They got 2 of them.
Yeah.
And I think Curtis Samuel getting away from Carolina is gonna really use him instead of just like a running back on the edge. I think it's gonna open up his game a little bit more and show that he can get downfield and be able to use his speed. Hey, you don't gotta be a big wide receiver to get downfield.
But he's familiar.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
With the system, so it's a seamless transition for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, those NFL coaches, they love those familiar faces. So absolutely.
Yeah, and we also got Cam, so he gonna be the forgotten about receiver, and he got big playability too. So it should be a decent core now. Is what I've been asking for. And if you draft a guy, bring a guy from the draft and fill the room out. It should be a decent room. I'm hoping.
Talking about filling out a room. Patriots.
Oh man.
They filled out every room that they had. They knocked down some walls in the house. They added a sunroom in the back. They done did it all. What do y'all think about the Patriots' move so far? Do y'all think that this makes them a scary contender? Now, can they unseat the Buffalo Bills in the East already?
I don't think you can ever just concede.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I'm not saying,
on paper,
but that's my thing. I'm not saying the Bills should say, "Oh, we're cooked," and they gonna do it. I mean, the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins have been chasing the Patriots for 2 decades. They finally get Tom Brady about the division. They think that, all right, we about to take over. The Bills, they done won the division. The Dolphins, they are up and coming, had a winning season and all that stuff. The Patriots, they done went 7-9. It looked like they on the decline. It looked like the Patriot way and left and went to Tampa. And they didn't re-up, and it looked like they might be dangerous.
Hey,
I mean,
you know what it was? Go ahead. My fault.
I think that the division is still the Bills.
Dang, AJ.
Yeah. Come on. I think the division. I think it's still the Bills division, but they putting the pieces together. You know what I'm saying, to make a good wild card run. And like you said, you get the Patriots in the wild with Belichick coaching. You got a chance at any given moment.
That's for sure. Yeah. That's for sure. I definitely think Belichick heard the chatters, man. He took that personal.
And bro,
Tommy walked away and just got one right away. So it's like, y'all forgetting I'm really the GOAT. So let me go retool. Everybody sleeping on Cam. Let me bring him back and let me do what Bill Belichick do for real. So I think they got a good shot. Well, we'll see. The Bills they ready. They still ready, man.
And I can't hold you. Everybody was killing Bill, talking about, it was more Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
But man, if you look at that team, for them to have won 7 games, that's kind of fucking impressive.
Yeah, no cap.
If you truly think about it, what all the things that they said that the Patriots lacked last year, no wide receivers on the outside, no real threats, no weapons. Cam he had more interceptions than touchdowns, and it was all
嗯哼
single digits.
嗯哼
And y'all won 7 games. And you had, you lost Cam to COVID. You lost some. You had some opt outs and stuff like that, and you still won 7 games. I think if you picked an average coach in the NFL today, that would be a top 3 drafting team. That's just my take on it. But I'd be wrong sometimes. But then again, I don't care because I'm gonna keep talking my shit. And y'all ain't gonna say shit about it.
Man. Somebody said Steve. So
hey, and that's why I like Steve, because you can't tell me that Tom Brady, congrats, he won it. But I mean, that team, Tom Brady didn't pick that team and be like, I'm gonna take you guys.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
I'm gonna take you guys from the dumps.
Hell no, he ain't do that.
I mean, that team, I ain't necessarily gonna say it was low.
But that's smart.
Damn, it had at least about 6 bullets in the chamber.
But that's what you're supposed to do on your free agency. You should position yourself. He said AJ Ball. You should position yourself, especially if you're an older veteran like Tom was, to go to a contender right away. I'm not doing anything less in free agency. Why would I go to free agency to go to a basement team to see if I can pull them out? I don't even want to attempt to do that, bro. I don't even want to attempt to do that. If I want to try to get a basement team out, I can do that on my franchise. You feel me? I'm not trying to do that in real life. Real life, I'm trying to win for real. I need talent. I need a Mike Evans. You feel me? I need a Godwin. I need a, you know what I mean? I need whoever. I need Bruce Arians. I need people who believe in me. I need Leftwich. You feel me? So nope. I'm going to a contender and I'm trying to get the chip. But hey, I still think Bill took it personal though.
Oh, 100%.
It's a 1-up.
And to me, that's the thing. Like, I believe you can't, properly assess like, oh, the Patriot way was all Tom Brady just off of last season, because the Bucs were a 7-9 team last year with Jameis, who threw, just as many touchdowns
30
to the other team as he threw. You know what I mean? It was like, at least a pick 6 a game. Oh, damn, Hill.
Damn.
He done pulled a Deshaun Watson on us. He don't even want to talk
hey,
to us no
give
more.
and go.
But yeah, to me it was more so, hey, you went to a team. It ain't, like I said, it ain't like he went to the Jets or the Bengals or somebody and was like, hey, I'm taking
and won the Super Bowl. Like, that would have been impressive.
Yeah, give me this here, and I'm taking them to the chip, because it don't run that way. Because I mean, that team wasn't trash. As much shit as everybody gave Jameis had enough in the tank to lead the league in passing, throw 30 touchdowns, but he just did throw 30.
And that defense, man, it came of age. That defense came of age, man.
When you build a defense off strength, and you're not putting your defense in those tough situations where they got to defend short fields, where they got to get on the field. You get it. You can't even get, a break because you just threw a pick the other way. And then guess what? Boom. I'm back on the field again. Yeah, you put your defense in a good situation, and who knows what happens, especially if you have pass rushers and everything, and now you can play from ahead. Come on now.
Tori, we got the news, Tori.
Oh yeah, let's go, Tori. Appreciate you, Tori. We got something coming up, even though you're talking about my hairline a little back. I'm in my wolfing phase. I just don't got a haircut. Just wait till I get a haircut, and I'm back on. Congrats
if you got the news. I'm thinking about, Tori.
Yes, sir. I ain't even going front. Let's see. Let's see what Hill's talking about. Hill has some terrible internet service. So what I want to talk about, the Bucs, they just got PJ Tucker.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Does that help them any? Does that set them apart?
Doesn't set them apart, but it doesn't hurt them for sure. And it definitely gives them depth. So I'm not. Why not? PJ Tucker on that team that already has not everything, but already is pretty much a solid team and has what they need. I think he could be like a switchblade in the playoffs. You feel me?
Absolutely, because and PJ, he's gonna be scrappy. He can guard multiple positions, and you could trust him to knock down some threes, so he can spread the floor for you.
Definitely,
and he's just a veteran presence. So
yeah,
I actually think that's a very good pickup by the Bucks. It's really gonna help them. And I mean, when it comes to those 7-game series, man, if you ain't gonna be able to score 130 points every game, so
nope.
you better work. You better start working and trying to figure some shit out. So I think it's definitely tough, and they definitely keeping up with the Joneses over there. So it makes it tough for the Sixers and the Nets. They're gonna have to work a little bit. Can you hear me now?
Probably not.
I could always hear
So you can always hear us. You just lagging.
Yeah. PJ Tucker can play center, but that's for teams that's doing that small ball.
Yeah, you ain't out there putting PJ Tucker out there against Joel Embiid because it's gonna be 4th of July. It's gonna be a whole bunch of barbecue chicken on the grill, and them ribs is gonna be hurting at the end of the day. It's gonna be like Roy Jones after that Tyson fight when Embiid just bumping up against them rims the whole day. He just gonna be sitting there like this.
Did we ever talk about that fight? I was disappointed in that fight.
I wasn't disappointed in the fight because I didn't go in thinking I was gonna see a title fight. You dig what I'm saying? Like I didn't go in there thinking like this gonna be vintage Roy Jones. They was in there really not trying to hurt each other.
I don't ever want to see nothing like that again, bro.
Exactly, bro. Because what they always tell you can't play boxing.
You can't play.
You can't play boxing. And so I think if we gonna get these old ass dudes in here, hey, you better get your old ass in here and start to realize we about to throw some hands.
Hey, put that comment up.
Can you read that, Hill? Can you read that while you lagging? Got that AOL.
Yeah. Oh man.
Hey, but if anybody cares, we just gonna blame Hill that we going off the rails because we just doing whatever the hell we doing right now.
That's a fact.
Because we doing a whole bunch of improvisation. Everything that we did in pre-production just went down the drain. So right now, what questions y'all want to talk about?
Yeah, put them in there.
Yeah, give me some questions. We gonna this.
What other free agency moves do y'all want to talk about? There's been a lot of other moves. We really only touched on Washington football team, and the Patriots. We haven't touched on. While we waiting for them, AJ, what do you like about? What do you like and what don't you like about what your team has done so far?
I hate the fact that we got one of the worst defensive coordinators in the NFL, and we doing so much to improve our defense and giving him all the pieces this year. If the defense is shitty, he has to go because we've given you every opportunity and every piece that you need. Yeah, you got some injuries, but so what? That should happen. But to me, the fact that we're at Wednesday and free agency has opened up actually, and we haven't signed a single offensive line is pure, negligence to me. And Sharif, how do I feel about losing William Jackson and Carl Lawson? I mean, it's cool because the money that we gave, that we would have had to give William Jackson, we actually ended up giving it to 2 corners. So we signed Mike Hilton and Chidobe Awuzie. Awuzie's deal actually was
a good job saying that.
It was cap friendly, so I'm cool with that. It's and then we get Trey Waynes back. So who knows? Who the hell knows? Because we're gonna have our 3 starting corners have never taken a snap in a Bengals uniform, and losing Carl Lawson, I'm gonna say it's a push because we ended up getting Trey Hendrickson for a less guaranteed amount. I was confused at the time because to me it's just it's a bird in the hand. But as I started to realize who we, remember who we were, we gonna lowball you. So
No,
we didn't
Lawson
want
certified.
yeah, no, 100%. We didn't give Lawson the guaranteed money that he wanted, so I can understand that. And it's kind of we gonna see how the hell this shit goes. Because Lawson, he put up good analytical numbers because he didn't get the sacks because he had no help on the other side. Trey Henderson, he had Cam Jordan on the other side, and he had a whole bunch of players on that defense. But he's young, and the Bengals say that they liked his upside, so we gonna see. I mean,
I like his upside too, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
If DJ Reader can come back healthy, and we possibly either draft another end or somebody that can pass rush on the other side, bring someone in. Who knows what the hell can happen? I think he'll still be able to roam free, and I just think having DJ Reader healthy up the middle is going to open up a whole bunch of shit.
How you feel about losing your namesake, AJ?
What'd you say here? I'm gonna get to you, Ken. What'd you say here?
I said, what y'all gonna do with Geno?
I think Geno is gonna be like what we doing with Bobby Hart. We not gonna cut him until we can find a replacement.
But you just said it like Geno is Geno, not Bobby Hart. Like,
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I love Geno. I actually want Geno to stay because I believe Geno, he was really playing injured throughout the entire season. So I want Geno to stay, but I don't know if that's in their plans. So we either gonna keep Geno and he's gonna play next to Reader, and then you have Hendrickson, Geno, Reader, and whoever the hell you put on the opposite side, or are we gonna bring in another, someone to play up the middle? But losing AJ Green, man, I really wanted AJ Green to go somewhere like Green Bay or something like that, where he can have an opportunity to have some, a deep playoff run. But apparently, they see people are seeing something in Arizona.
Hey, it's popping now.
So
I like it.
Hey, so we gonna see.
Why not?
What's so popping about it,
bro? They're making moves now.
What's the move,
You think JJ Watt really gonna turn the needle for that defense?
No, not even the JJ Watt. We already talked about that. You just went in and just dissed AJ Green a few weeks ago.
Bro,
I have because he's supposed to be the guy in Cincinnati and he was not the guy. But now he's going to play wingman to Nuke. You don't like that? I like that. I might pick AJ Green up this year in Reef's league, bro. It's that real.
But see, here's the thing.
I like that. I like the move, man. I like Kyler Murray. I like how he's mobile in the pocket. If AJ Green can be healthy, is what you've always said to me, AJ. If he can be healthy now, opposite of Nuke with Kyler Murray, I think, and the way that Cliff is running that offense, I think it could work, man. It could work. And what you asked me about JJ Watt, do I think he's going to change the face of that defense? No, but he's going to come in there and do his damn job. That's for sure. I believe that. So you don't have to worry about that part of the defense anymore. So
he was this in Cincinnati.
Huh? What?
Yeah,
He was this in Cincinnati. He was a slot 3. He was the.
You talking about what Mark said?
Yeah,
I was about to say, but no, I thought you were talking about JJ Watt being there. I was like, JJ Watt ain't never been a. But no, listen. There's opportunity in Arizona. Why not go there?
The Bengals, just say that. Just say everybody that play on the team is shitty, and then when they go somewhere else, they're gonna be good.
That's not true, bro. That's not true.
But it sounds like because you say every single day.
That's not true.
He was a hoe. He's trash.
That's not true, bro. If he would have went anywhere else where he was expected to be the man, I would have said the same thing. But the fact that he's with one of the arguably the best wide receivers.
But before the season started, you said all of this stuff about AJ Green. I told both of y'all that AJ wasn't going to be the man this year.
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm not. I'm just saying because I told both of y'all. I'm talking again. So
I will accept all of this. I'll accept all of this. I'm not running.
How can you say anywhere that AJ would go to, and he's not expected to be the man? you like that move when I told you coming into the season he wasn't going to be the man.
But regardless of what you said,
So
listen. Let me. But listen, I was wrong. Listen, I'm about to give you props because, bro, prior to the season, T. Higgins and what's my other guy that I had in the fan? Yeah, I was not sold on those. So when you were telling me, when you were telling me that AJ Green was not going to be the guy, I wasn't really hearing it. So in my mind, that's how I was viewing it. So I'll give you that. I made that mistake. But now that he's going to be wingman to Nuke, bro, I like that. And you can't tell me that you don't like that if he's healthy, because that's what you said. You use what I said. Now I'm going to use what you said. You said if AJ Green...
I'm telling you, how the hell you going to tell me, oh, you love this move now, but when he was there, you was hating him like, oh, he's
because before Cannon go, because even though he was a lesser of himself version, still in the Natty, in the Bengals organization, he's still the man.
Yeah.
Regardless of the simple fact that if he's diminished skills, injuries, none of that. When you see AJ Green on that Bengals uniform, he's the man. So I can feel you going somewhere else and be like, you know what? I like him in a lesser role.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm just not seeing Arizona like everybody else is seeing Arizona. Now
you ain't got to. I ain't saying they're gonna win a chip.
Whoa, I'm not dissing them though. I'm just saying I like when them getting Hudson.
Yeah.
Center. I like that move, solidifying the O-line. I mean JJ, you know, I like the move with Chandler Jones coming back.
Come on now.
But that division is tough. Like
it is. It's a tough division.
They might do all of this and still be the worst team in the division.
But you gotta take. But what do y'all always say? You gotta take your shots.
Oh, you gotta go.
They're doing it.
The players that they going with ain't the ones that's like taking. To me, that's not taking your shot.
So you don't think AJ Green is a good pickup?
Not when you had certain other options.
Think about the wide receivers that they already have on their roster, bro. Is AJ?
Is Larry Fitzgerald retiring?
No,
we don't know that yet.
He said he wasn't.
So why go there, AJ? Because you're not at this point. You're not better than Christian Kirk. You're not better than Christian Kirk at this point in that offense. You're not better than Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk hit or miss, man. I'll take a healthy AJ Green before Christian Kirk.
Well, but like you said, when has AJ been healthy?
Never. But
you gonna take a healthy AJ Green, but then hey, when is he been healthy? Like I'll tell you, when is he been healthy? So
hey, FYI, I can't see none of the comments because I'm on my phone.
Oh, all right. So,
but I seen them jokes.
Hey, your phone is elite. Let me say that then. Your phone is elite.
Hey, thank you. I hate everybody. I hate everybody.
All right, well, AJ, post some of the comments. I'll read them. I'll read them.
The only AJ we get.
Mark said, for the money, AJ is a good pickup. Definitely for the money. Eric said Denver is definitely still the worst.
When did y'all talk about
that? They're not in the same division.
That's what I was saying. That's why I'm trying to figure out how we got on Denver.
Yeah, now because we said that the Cardinals are the worst in the division. Denver and the AFC.
I don't know what. That's what I'm lost. Eric he lost me with that one.
We can go there though.
Speaking of Denver now though,
we can go there though.
They wanted the two teams
that your boy said he want to play for.
That Deshaun reportedly said that he'll play for between the Broncos and the 49ers.
Yeah.
So thank you. So who do it's a two-part question. Do we really feel that Deshaun is getting traded? That's one.
No, he's not going anywhere.
So you got no. What you think, Candy?
At this point, I'm leaning towards no because it's been so long. It's like they don't want to trade him, bro.
They still got time. That's the thing about it. They trying to maximize his value.
And he's making it worse. Making it worse. Based off what you sent to me in the chat the other day. Like you felt the same way too when They said that I think it was Carolina was making a push, or somebody was making a push, and he came out and said, like, bro, I don't want to play for them. And it's like, bro, like, who you want to play for at this point?
Well, he never dismissed Carolina. He just
well, it was somebody. Who was it?
He dismissed the Jets in Miami.
All right, but it's like, bro, you keep this, like, you saying you want out. Teams are offering what they think the Texans want for you, and you keep saying, I don't want to go there. And you have the no trade clause, which Hill has been saying from the beginning. So it's like, bro, do you want to get traded or not? Like,
I mean, but think about it though. It's really time for him to speak up. That's what we've really been wanting to hear. We want to hear what are the teams that you want, so now we can pinpoint where you're going to go.
Because I don't know what he want to do at this point.
But of course, the Jets and Miami they got the most draft ammunition to come for him.
Hey, and to me, post that comment, AJ. What Reef put.
Yeah, and hold on, give me a second. So, like, to me, the Jets and, like you said, Hill, the Jets and Miami are the two best options for you, simply because they have. Wait. Give me just.
They're not the best options for you.
But just let them finish.
That's when I say best options, I mean as far as actually facilitating a realistic trade that the Houstons would actually be like, okay, we'll take that, because they have the draft capital, and they also have two young quarterbacks where they can be like, we can throw this in the deal, so you feel like you have a young quarterback that you can work with.
Yeah, but that's positive for the Texans. You feel what I'm saying? No. But
also, it's positive for the Texans. But Miami, like I said, Miami ain't bad.
That's if you don't want to go there, I don't give a damn about what y'all got draft capital you got.
Then
that's
why?
Positive for the team. If if he want to go play for the CFL, I'm just saying, I ain't want to say any team right now because we want to talk about the team. If that's his decision, you need to say that. So now we can pinpoint what's going on. But when you're not saying nothing, of course Miami and the Jets gonna look appealing because they have the most draft capital.
Yep. And
so they just released the sexual harassment assault allegations to the media. So he's definitely done with Houston. But if you done because of the sexual harassment assault allegations, stay the hell out of Colorado, because athletes don't have a good history with
these are false allegations.
Bro, absolutely. But bro, it's just like when a player is about to get, like a player's about to go somewhere and he requests a trade or something, or as they doing contract negotiations, what always happens? Oh, he's a locker room cancer. Mm-hmm. Oh, he wasn't motivated. He didn't do the film study. He didn't do this and that. It's all a ploy to be like, we're trying to smudge your name as a negotiating contact.
Patrick Peterson, breaking news.
Yeah, so that's why. Sorry, Reef, I didn't get to your question, but
yeah, Reef broke it. Reef broke it live on the show.
Patrick Peterson in Minnesota.
Yeah,
he where?
Live in
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Oh, so why
for a 1-year deal? No, he said
he literally just signed. He asked that before he signed.
Yeah, and then he put it in.
But to answer Reese's question, nothing stops me from drafting a corner in the first round. Nothing stops me.
I literally asked Hill this question before already, so I knew the answer to that one.
Yeah. But to piggyback on the Deshaun Watson thing, I'm saying, let me one up on you, AJ. Piggyback what you were saying.
Go ahead.
But all these reports come out, you on steady film and all that. They come at your character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, since this guy Easterby or whoever his name is so holy and so. He want everybody to be the right guy. Why you ain't, if these allegations are true, why don't you go ahead and get rid of Deshaun then? Since he not the fit image of what you want in Houston.
Because wouldn't they be able to like void his contract if like with these like with the
they can do whatever they want
with that, because with that Ray Rice rule that came out and like the sexual assaults, can't they cut him off like purely allegations? I believe.
They can cut him, don't have to owe him no money, don't have to do none of that. Since he's this bad, since these allegations are so real, you want these type of guys, Houston, go ahead and get rid of him then. If that's the case. So don't hit me with this bullshit. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't hit me with this bullshit allegation to try to scare things away. Because ain't nobody scared.
He better be careful because he a priest. Who knows what allegations might pop up on him too later down the road.
The ball don't touch the flow.
Listen, I ain't going
there. We know about them priests,
But based off
what Bernie
these
Mac
two
saying? He playing with the penny?
But based off these two teams, the 49ers and the Broncos, who do y'all think realistically, if he's really available for a trade, who do you think is going to get him?
I think 49ers, man. And I think it's because of the silverback. If you've been in Houston running for your life, you feel me? I want to go with the silverback, bro. They just showed up the silverback. He's came out and said he want to go to the 49ers. Reef has been on social media saying, like, come on. He been the same tactic that I've been using for the Redskins. Like, come on. Like, let's do it. Like, 49ers are prime, bro. Like, it's all about who pulls the trigger, though.
Yeah, it's all about who
that was the question. That was the question.
I think the 49ers are gonna pull the trigger. That's my assumption, but we'll have to see.
This is why I think that the 49ers would have a chance, because they could throw Jimmy in there. You know, he has that, you know, big contract and everything where you kind of make it work. And you just got to give up some of your draft capital and maybe give up a player to hold on to some future picks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we shall see. But once again, like I said, I don't think his ass is going nowhere.
I know you didn't have to go back.
Yeah.
Because we all know how the NFL is. The NFL is like leverage. You trying to get some leverage?
I mean, he got to be fully committed. If he's not fully committed,
he got to be fully committed to miss a whole lot of money. If you got to really not want to play Houston.
He can get it back.
Yeah, he definitely get it back.
Because this is their prime time. They're not going to get whatever they're trying to get for him. They're never going to get this again. After the draft, it's over.
So Steve, I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
but that's why you would go for Watson.
Yeah, come on, bro.
You got protection. Let's think about it. Laramie Tunsil was one of the highest paid tackles when Deshaun Watson was there. They just didn't have shit else. So you got to
read what Steve's saying though, so that people who not on here can know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry. Why would the 49ers pay them dollars to Williams, then go spend on Watson? It's why anyone would pay their left tackle and then pay their quarterback. And yeah, you know, I mean, because we do talk about the myth called the cap, but guess what? If you bring in Deshaun, just hey Deshaun, let's convert your salary to some bonuses right quick, because we got Trent Williams on the books.
I mean,
let's give you a roster bonus.
It's a no-brainer.
Let's talk about this myth of a salary cap. If they go get Deshaun Watson, Deebo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk on rookie contracts.
Yeah, they're young.
Already paid. George already paid. Go, that's the easy restructure right then and there. Nick Bosa's on a rookie contract. D Ford gonna get him out of there. They just restructured his contract anyway. It's a simple move.
They're not in a bad cap space anyway.
Steven.
I say you gotta come with me for the myth. It's an easy fix.
Steven, sweetheart. Look at the Chiefs. Just look at the Chiefs. Just look at the Chiefs.
But you know what?
Look at everybody the Chiefs have paid. Chris, we thought how are the Chiefs gonna keep Chris Jones? Chris Jones signs for a top dollar deal.
I figured out why the Chiefs did that Pat Mahomes move though.
To keep spreading that money down the line.
Because that gives them so much restructure flexibility, bro. It's ridiculous. And they already restructured them this year.
So you can for 10 years, you could be like, let's just go ahead and convert that to a bonus. Let's go ahead and convert that to a bonus. Keep spreading it out.
But you know what I don't like about this whole that.
What don't you like?
We invented that. Not the Washington football team, but the Washington Redskins invented that. And you know what happened when we did that? $35 million cap penalty, bro.
But see, here's
set us back for 10 years.
But here's the thing.
Hey.
But here's the thing.
Now it's legal.
But see, certain teams know when to do it, because now, like the teams that are doing
we did it in a non-cap year.
But what I'm saying is the teams that are doing it, exactly. Y'all did it in a non-cap year. These other teams
that's the one time where we should be able to do it. Come on, bro. Let's not go back there.
But see here, you did it in a non-cap year. You didn't do it when it was non-cap years. Y'all did it with a year, and then
we loaded everything because we really had the money to pay it. So it's like load it all, pay it this year.
And then y'all start cutting people and had contracts sent to collections.
But listen, James Harden wasn't the first one to do the Euro step.
Not at all.
Just do it better.
Yeah.
Just do it better. So Ginobili brought it into the league. And
that's what I was about to add. I was about to say, speaking of who's the first person that y'all seen do it, Ginobili was definitely the first person I seen do it.
It was definitely Bird's Nest Ginobili. But what I was about to say, Ken, is like most teams when they start really getting restructured heavy is when they start going for it. Mm-hmm. They feel like they on the cusp of having a Super Bowl team, so they're gonna try and load all the time that they can. The Jaguars went for it. You know, that's kind of what the Rams are doing. The Rams,
did you just say the Jaguars?
They did.
Yes,
but I know, but I'm saying how you pronounce the word. Jaguars.
But that goes into the myth. That goes into the myth. I'm just saying that goes into the myth. It shows you that you can do whatever the hell you want to do.
You just gotta want to do it.
But you also gotta have someone who can. We was talking about this in the Facebook group, bro.
Like what?
Listen.
Talking about spending and restructuring. Shots.
It's a shot, bro. You gotta duck shot. You gotta duck shots, bro. But hold on. Let me. I know that. But let me get this point out. Never mind. Go ahead. I lost it.
Okay. Damn. Cannon Williams over there.
Yeah. I lost.
Cannon Williams.
He an Eagles fan, and that's why he don't want to believe that the cap is a myth, because his GM didn't ruin it.
I got it back. All
right.
Like when you
listen, Hill brought it back for me, but
never mind.
So the cap can be a myth, and it cannot. It, regardless of what the cap is, you gotta have somebody. You gotta have a capologist. That's why that term exists. You gotta have somebody who can work within the parameters. And if you don't have somebody who can work within the parameters, you'll be hurt. And Jarvis was in a Facebook group talking about how the Eagles have made. They were 40 million. They're not 40 million negative now, but they still ain't made no moves. You see what I'm saying? So it's like
not one person.
And that's what I told you. So it's like I've been where the Eagles was 35, 40 million negative. It is definitely hard because at that point you can only draft, you can only re-sign your players or league minimum type players. So it's a myth, but it also can be real in the same vein. If you don't have a capologist and you restructure so much to where it all falls into 1 year, and in that 1 year you got to pay the piper. Kind of like the Patriots had to pay the piper last year. They had to bite that bullet so that they could get back.
And that's why the cap is real for the Cincinnati Bengals, because we ain't never tried to get no funny shit with the cap. Because guess what?
Y'all definitely haven't.
We just gonna say here, we gonna lowball you. We gonna lowball you on your guaranteed money, and we just gonna say, hey, we don't cut people who are under contract, so you will at least get 4 out of the 5 years on your contract. As long as you get dead, as long as you are dead cap hit, you won't get cut by the Bengals. The first person that they used as a dead cap, if I'm not mistaken, was Preston Brown. He signed him, it didn't work out, and they was like, yeah, nah, we gonna cut your ass, bro. But under Marvin Lewis, that's why everybody want to talk about how Marvin Lewis was able to stay in Cincinnati so long. Is because he didn't push Mike Brown to change his ways. He said, however you want to do it, I will try and put a product on the field for it. So instead of going out trying to sign big free agents, hey, let's get Keith Minter, see what he can do.
Yeah.
Let's bring in Brandon LaFell. Even though Brandon LaFell kind of did a little something for us, but we trying to get these open box specials. You see that with you walk into Best Buy and you see it got the duct tape on it with the handwritten price tag on it, and you look at it like it ain't got no warranty, but if it worked, it'd be worth the money. That's what we do. We be like, man, bro, I know somebody returned it and it fell down the steps, but all I gotta do is buy a bulb for that shit. That TV might work. And if it worked, hey, that's how you go to the playoffs. If it don't, that's how you end up 6 again.
You got no room
Yeah.
for that philosophy. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, but Mark and Reef got me weak, bro.
Oh, hey, hold on real quick. Because Eric pointed out, me and Cannon text you here, but you can't see it because you're on your phone. You got your headphones in, right?
Nah, they just on for decoration.
Oh, lift your phone up a little bit because I think we getting reverb from your speakers into your mic.
My mic not on.
On your
Phone, because it, yeah. But no, Reef said.
See, it's gone now. It's gone now.
But look, and then Mark said, somebody writing the whole paper.
Hey, Hill, you gotta change your name to the 3 dots like somebody typing on.
Oh man, I'm weak, bro. That brought me to tears. Man.
But if you hold your phone now, it's over. You got to elevate your phone a little bit so it ain't like bouncing off or something.
That's why I love this group, man. They ain't gonna let nothing slide. Look, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I text AJ and I said, look, man, it sounds like this is before you put it in there, Reef. I said, it sound like somebody typing, man.
Hey,
all right. Eric want to talk NBA moves. We already talked PJ Tucker. Who else you want to talk? Who else y'all want to talk?
I want to talk Devin Booker.
He said moves, bro.
I know. But he'll unmute your mic, man. You good? Let's see how you sound now.
I never stopped hearing that shit y'all was hearing. So,
hold on. Are you holding your phone now?
yes.
And you can't plug your headphones in? That might.
Bro, you see these headphones? What headphones you want me to plug in? Now y'all getting I got me on there. Right?
Oh man! God damn!
Oh man!
Hey, hold on, man. Somebody gotta get Hill back. Hey, I'm about to call. Hey, Hill, you gotta come back. There you go.
There we go. My guy.
We sorry. I ain't mean it, bro.
Oh man, I ain't. And look, for the record, we ain't laughing at you. It's just a funny situation, man. All right, where should Miles Turner? All right, make sure I read the right one. Where should Miles Turner go? And what do y'all think about Depot to the Warriors falling through?
Oladipo.
Oh man, I would have liked to see Oladipo and the Warriors, man. And it's sad
for what
that it fell through. For him, for Oladipo, like.
Bro, how many opportunities we gonna keep giving Oladipo for Oladipo to do something?
Why? And you gonna beat me up because I wanted to have a chance?
I asked you how many times are we gonna keep giving Oladipo a chance?
I just wanted him to have that one. That was it. Kevin Durant get unlimited chances and it's okay. Like Oladipo can't have any.
He winning.
I'm gonna give Oladipo one more chance.
That's all I wanted was one more chance, man.
And then his thigh fell off the bone like it been marinating all day.
I'm just confused. Like he keep getting opportunities to showcase himself. He ain't got to share with nobody. He uses everything. Him going to the Warriors is gonna do what? Nothing.
Let Steph cook.
But to me, this the NBA.
And they asking for too much.
What they asking for?
That's why he ain't getting traded.
Everything.
Hey, he all they got.
If you let somebody showcase what they got by themselves, they're not gonna win a championship. If you put them with somebody, maybe you got a shot, because this ain't a league where you're gonna win just by yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
The only person that I really know, well, I can't say really known to just like win, but most of the time you need a you need a throuple, you need a threesome. The only person to really win the missionary, like in this new era, was really Brian with AD last year.
But we don't need to even go to that level. Oladipo ain't never been on that level.
I know. I'm just
saying.
He's talking about showcasing by himself. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just. What is he doing?
I didn't mean to make fun of you about your sound hill. Damn.
What is he doing? No. Fuck you and everybody. It's all. Everybody gonna get all this. Everybody gonna get all this. Because I'm trying to figure out.
I don't want all of
it. Pause. But I'm saying. I'm just saying he in Houston right now doing nothing. So like I said, so he gonna go somewhere else and just all of a sudden bloom again. Like for the fourth go around, we're still talking about Oladipo, bro. Like it's Oladipo at this point. He is who he is.
He definitely graduated from Oladipo though, so I could.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give him
that. He did used to be Oladipo. Jimmy Butler
could be a win.
Maybe this could come on here. Positive thoughts.
Can prove what? It's proving the same thing that I said the last time. Once he got healthy, the Heat gonna start balling. He's healthy, they balling. Plain and simple. They back in the race. They back in contention.
Thoughts, man. Hill was right. But Hill was right.
You know, it is what I mean. They gonna always joke with me about Jimmy Butler. I mean, I don't even know if Eric joking right now, but he gonna catch you straight. Hey.
Not a stray. He said it. That's a direct. He said it. Whatever he meant.
I think Eric was referring to seeing somebody do it by themselves, and I don't think
Jimmy Butler had help, man.
Because
Bam.
What is wrong with having help?
Nothing. And that's what I've been saying for years, bro.
Everyone talks about what Bron did, but they act like Jordan won a championship without Pippen. They want to act like anybody.
Jordan had whole squads, bro. Like whole teams.
Bro, you don't.
What star player has ever won a championship?
Hold up.
With a bunch of dudes.
Don't even talk about star players. Go to your local gym. And what do you do in your local gym? Nobody in their local gym say, "Hey, let me get this sorry dude right here. Let me get this sorry dude right here, and we're gonna run the court."
Wait,
Hill, that's a fact.
Come on, man.
I said that on this platform before when I was discussing how everybody was killing Kevin Durant. I said, when you are a free agent, if I come up and I'm running, if I'm sitting on the side and y'all just won and y'all waiting for somebody, and y'all need another body, hey, I'm gonna run with y'all because I see y'all winning.
That's why I've never killed Durant. I've never been mad at Durant for doing what he does.
We were just talking about that with Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't say, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the
bench." Yeah, that's smart.
Hey, give me Chris Godwin. I'm not like, bro. Yeah. If we always talk about, hey, he's a winner, you think he's gonna go to a loser? Hell no.
Hello.
To prove something to y'all, so y'all can feel better.
For what? So they can actually lose, and then you could talk trash about them being trash. No, I'm going to a winner to solidify everything that we already know.
Here's my point. I'm gonna go to a loser just to say, hey, I'm gonna stay with a loser to prove I'm loyal. So y'all can talk about me like y'all talk about Charles Barkley, like y'all can talk about Dan Marino and all that stuff. So, oh, he was great, but he never won a ring. No, like y'all be trying to diminish people because they didn't win a ring. You know how many like great players didn't win a ring?
But the thing,
that's a lie. That's a lie, Reef. Reef, that is a bald-faced lie.
What? Which one?
He said Kobe had no help.
No, that's a fact.
I thought he was talking about one of the chips that he won. My bad.
No. Somebody said I don't know what they said. But my thing is all about ways.
Wait. Oh, Eric said Kobe won the chip.
No, that's a bald-faced lie.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
Okay.
He got to be because there ain't no validity in that.
Yeah. That's what I thought Reef was saying.
Yeah, because I need to make sure, because I want to talk about, y'all need to tell me who said check the year. Let me go back. Hakeem, man, hey man, yeah, Bill Walton, yeah, y'all tripping.
They don't make documentaries for no reason. And the
Yeah,
Rocket
okay.
had a documentary.
Okay, Steven, I'm not talking about you. I'm sorry, hey bro. Look, I see the LOL now. You know, sometimes I say LOL just to to piss people off a little bit more. So I just need to figure out where you was at. Hey, we good. We all good. We all family. God damn it.
But the thing, but in some of these defense though, it's ways to go about it. Like
Steven ready to fight me.
yeah. It's ways to go about how you ask for help or how you acquire help and how you get help. Like it's way. I remember I think one of the last time Brian was in Cleveland and he was begging for a backup point guard. And he's actually saying we need a backup point. It's like, come on, bro. This team that you got right now is still legit. And now you in the media begging for
for backups. You begging for backups, bro.
Now it's getting egregious. Now it's getting egregious.
I can still understand that because he understands what it takes when you get to the playoffs.
We ain't know he was a GM back then,
bro. I said
he was a GM.
Understand it. I said it, but it's ways to finesse some of this stuff. Yeah. Like, bro, it's no way in the world you need to be making public statements saying we need a backup point guard, bro. Come on now.
But see, I can't agree with that because guess what?
A backup, AJ. Come on, bro.
But no, because some of them GMs, they get on TV and talk about, we need some depth. We need a shooter. And they got players on the team. So guess what?
That's what they supposed to do.
And depth means everybody not starting, bro. We ain't never getting specific.
If the GM is supposed to,
he had a list of backup point guards that he wanted. I remember that
one that's actually playing the GM. I don't hear a whole bunch of GMs, saying, "Oh, but he never won a championship." If I'm Brown and I understand what's on the line with my legacy, y'all been crowning me as the motherfucking king since high school. I'm gonna come in here and be like, "Hey, y'all talk about my basketball IQ. Let's listen to me."
So at the same time, that's when you gonna get this
basketball.
Okay, but I understand. Take it. I'm not telling him to not get criticism because I love Bron, but I'm gonna criticize you too.
I'm just saying, it's ways about it. Like I say, you ain't gonna be perfect, but I'm just saying, it's ways to go about it, and you could, like you say, finesse some of this stuff. Like I say, ain't nowhere in the world you supposed to be begging for no. I don't give a damn.
You definitely could have finessed it. You definitely could have finessed it, man.
Me slipping in.
Speaking of Bron, he looked good the last few nights, man. Looking real vintage.
Hey, look, man. Bron is impressive. I'm just gonna say that. Like, for him to really be doing what he's been doing for this long at this level. Like that post that was in the group that kind of broke down 3 different periods in Bron's career to show the consistency. And Jarvis, I know you're not in here right now, most likely, but listen, bro, Bron, he should be in the MVP conversation because of what he's doing with his running mate being out. He's keeping him afloat.
Yeah, he is.
He's keeping him afloat. He's doing what he's got to do. And I also believe, kind of like what Steph Curry's been doing. When he was missing Draymond, and we've seen what that Warriors team was when Steph was out, and Klay's gone. So I think that to me, we had this discussion privately, but I want to talk about it here. To me, the most valuable player isn't always necessarily the best player on the team with the best record. Because sometimes you have a player who's doing a whole bunch with a whole lot of nothing. And I'm not necessarily calling the Lakers a whole bunch of nothing. I'm not calling the Warriors a whole bunch of nothing. But to me, it's if you take this player away, that shows where would they go? Would this team still be even, 75, 80% of what it is? Would it be 50% of what it is? Or would this team be in the dumps? That's value. To me, that's value. That's the term value. Just like to me with the Heisman and the NFL MVP. It's not about the best quarterback. It's who's the best. To me, those are the Heisman is about the best. The NFL MVP has just become a quarterback award. Not just the most valuable player. Because to me, You when you do the most valuable player, you take away like bro. Some of these offensive linemen, who knows what could be what happens. You see what happens when who was it? Eric Fisher bust his Achilles out his ass, and Patrick Mahomes is running all over the place. You see, take Aaron Donald out of the Rams defense. Is that Rams defense as tough as it is? I'm not saying he should be the MVP, but to me, it's like, hey, we should start like Derrick Henry, 2,000 yards and all that stuff. Like, should he be in the conversation? Not just who's the best quarterback.
I agree with that. 100.
But like I said, you like that. It's a media manipulated that. They took that over.
But why? But why do they just fall for everything that people say? Like,
because people don't know how to think for themselves.
Yep.
I just don't get it. Like,
people only believe what someone has told them. People only believe something that they hear from someone that's in a position of.
But if you pick the actual,
if you pick, because you own this,
but think about it, Cannon. Think about it, Cannon, in the NBA. Whoever gets the best record in the NBA, don't they normally get the MVP?
No, I agree with that.
And then they get the media to backtrack backpack that statement.
No, they do
that all the time.
But so this is what I'm saying. Like they're already famous, right? They're already the brand. They're already the NBA. They're already the NFL, right? So if you, like AJ said, if the NFL came out this year and said Derrick Henry was the MVP, you know what media is going to do? Talk about Derrick Henry being the MVP. And it's going to get just as much coverage. They just the media personally has fell in love with quarterbacks, and don't mean the rest of us gotta devalue the rest of the positions in the game because the media has. And it's like y'all ain't listening to nobody else or anything else NFL, but y'all gonna listen to the media when it comes to quarterback gotta always been an MVP. I don't like that. That NBA, I can understand, in that sense, because it's a little bit different of how they go with the better team, But to AJ's point, you can't, like, if you take a player out and the team drops off, I do agree with that. That person should be an MVP consideration. But we don't gotta just listen to what the media is saying. Like, why? Like, why are we just listening to everything they say? Like, I don't get that, man.
Like,
they control some of y'all like puppets.
Because here's my thing. The reason why I say Bron should definitely be getting a whole bunch of MVP consideration. Put AD on this team and take Bron out. Where do y'all think y'all would be?
Out of the playoff race because AD would be hurt.
Y'all don't know why. I don't know why you asked. He been sick of AD all year. I don't know why you asked. You thought he about to be ejected. You thought he about to. You thought he about to visually hypothetical?
No, I was being objective.
You thought he about to do a hypothetical? What if he is healthy? Nah, he won't go do that. He won't do that.
Oh man, no, I actually thought I was. I actually took a moment to think about it, and I was like, he would probably be injured, man.
What do we do here, Marcus? What do we try to do here?
But I also think fans should not vote for nothing.
Absolutely not.
Because fans will have it the quarterback too. They will have it the quarterback every time too.
I hate fan vote anything.
Bro, they be having. How many votes did Klay Thompson get for the All-Star game?
You feel what I'm saying? Why did he get one?
Let the players vote.
I don't like the players' opinion sometimes either.
But it would be better than the fans. The players know who really.
It'll be closer. It'll be more. It'll be less room for error if they had it. But
I would have said let the coaches vote, but the coaches
definitely
the coaches voted Chris Paul in over Devin Booker.
Yeah, that was awful. Yeah, once you say that, the hell with the coaches, man.
So we got to figure out something. But I know the fans should be the last one to vote.
The last. Hey, this should be a weighted scale, and the fans should just be there for like 1% of what happens.
10%. Give them 10%.
Fuck that. 10%. Why?
I mean, because the fans make everything go. Nothing goes without the fan.
But they're gonna watch anyway.
Regardless.
Not if I don't get my 10%. I ain't watching, bro.
Man,
you get no stimulus.
Like, how often do you vote? How often do you vote?
I always vote, man. What do you mean?
I ain't never voted.
Oh no, you talking about for that? Oh, I ain't never voted for the players. I thought you talking about real life voting.
Why would I?
I ain't never voted for the MVP or All-Star player.
That's
or
what I'm
nothing.
saying. But you watched it.
But you talk about you on 10%.
Always. Yeah.
But look,
That was cap. Y'all caught me.
Definitely, y'all want to apologize for the technical difficulties on my end. Probably ruined the aesthetics of what was going on. So I'll go ahead and apologize for that.
Y'all ugly anyway.
Yeah, it's 1-on-1 though. But
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. Things happen.
As a kid, I voted. That's the problem. See, that's the problem now. That's the problem.
Look.
Kids
but look, I think I may have voted once or twice as a child, though. I'm not even gonna cap.
Voted for Wally Zerbiak.
I might have around that time. Definitely when KG was on the Timberwolves, and I remember one All-Star weekend was KG and Wally Zerbiak, and they said Kevin Garnett is the greatest player on the planet. And I really believed that at the time, man. I really believed that. It was like Michael was gone. It was like the transition time. I was like, dang, KG really it. But then he started being a hoe, man.
The media sold you.
Yeah, they sold me.
But I'm telling you, last person I voted for was in the Pro Bowl was Ronald Leary when he played for the Broncos.
Trash.
Oh, I only voted for him because I wanted the comp pick to be more.
I was about to say he wanted that comp pick.
So I was trying to get him in. He had no chance of getting in the Pro Bowl, but I felt that my vote counted.
Sebastian Telfair for what? Rookie of the year
for all Rucker Park.
Boy, it used to be a problem, but you know what I'm saying? Coney Island and all stuff.
Not in the league. He was never a problem.
Yeah. He had the opportunity.
Should have stayed in school, man.
He never went.
Kids, stay in school, man.
Y'all catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. If y'all having a bad day tomorrow, just watch the replay.
Yeah.
You watch the replay because seeing me frustrated was definitely funny.
Yeah. Big typing in the background.
My cousin told me the story about it.
Reef couldn't take it, bro. Reef had to say it.
All right,
man.